Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm making a video. It's gonna be my top 10 favorite wind chimes across every brand. So 10 favorite of all time. It's not really in a particular order. It's kind of just 10 that I picked that I really like. We're not just doing Woodstock. We're not just doing Corinthian Bells. We're going all sorts of brands, and we're gonna watch some videos of them on YouTube as well. So, the first one, the 10th one in the list that I really like, the Corinthian Bells 60-inch. This is a really nice sounding one. It sounds pretty similar to the 56-inch, and I used to have a 56-inch many years ago, and unfortunately I sold it, but I think the 60-inch just sounds slightly better. Um, it's a little larger as well, obviously. Um, let's listen to it. And what I am also doing with all these chimes in the list, I found a video of each on YouTube that we can listen to. So this is a 60-inch Corinthian Bells that I found on YouTube. Pretty nice sounding. Okay, the next one, we got a Woodstock here. It's the Chimes of Orpheus. So these are our wind singer chimes. Why do I keep getting these pop-ups? Jeez. Yeah, they're a nice medium-sized wind singer, so they have nice resonance. Let's listen to the Orpheus. I was kind of tied between Orpheus and Athena. I like the Athena's slightly smaller than the Orpheus, but I think Orpheus is just a little better. Um, Here's an example of a Chimes of Orpheus on YouTube.
What I got today.
It's a pretty nice sounding one. The thing with these, Athena and Orpheus and Apollo, they have the same notes and same size as like the 44-inch, the 54-inch, and the 68-inch Bells of Paradise, but these sound way better because the tubes are like twice as thick, I feel like. So they sound less clanky than like those Bells of Paradise sizes. Alright, the next one we got, number 8, is another Woodstock. It's the Magical Mystery Space Odyssey. This this is obviously a pre-Sullivan's chime. I know everybody hates the new Sullivans because they're so generic and not unique. I think this is a great example of a nice pre-Sullivan's chime. It's very unique, and I think nothing else sounds like it. I've never heard another wind chime that sounds anything like this, so that's really why I like it. And then I bought one because it's just that good. And a special hint, stay tuned because one of these 10 chimes, um, I'm gonna be getting soon. I already ordered it and it's coming in. I don't know when, but one of them. So put your guesses in the comments which one I bought. I know I already own some of the ones that we're going through, but yeah. Okay, this is Space Odyssey. Yeah, very nice sound with the stacked tubes. Here's a video of a Space Odyssey. Has a nice deep, I like the deep lower tones complemented by like the octave doubling. I just think that sounds really nice. All right, switching up brands. Number 7. I think this is number 7. We got the Music of the Spheres tenor. No real particular tuning. I know I did a video. I like the pentatonic, the Chinese, Mongolian. We'll listen to the Chinese tenor. These are very expensive though. It's kind of sad how expensive this is because I would definitely buy one of these if it weren't that much. very nice size too, not too overly deep like the Music of the Spheres bass. Has a nice resonance, like any other Corinthian bells with their thick tubes. Here is a video of a Music of the Spheres tenor. I believe this is a Mongolian tenor in the video. I don't even know if you can hear this. Yeah, it's a very nice sound. I would just love to lay on a hammock and have my Music of the Spheres tenor blowing in the wind next to me. They're very relaxing sounding. Okay, now we're back to Woodstock. We have the Chimes of King David. This is another Windsinger chime and is the largest Woodstock chime and obviously the most expensive at $900. Yeah, that's not happening. I would never pay that. It's a made in China chime. It does sound very good though. It's a good size, but this price, oh my God. Yeah, like I said, it's very large. It's 88 inches. It's about 40 pounds. So let's listen to King David. And I like showing YouTube videos with these wind chimes because I feel like it shows, a more realistic sound than just clicking the sound file. So here is a chime of King David. Yeah, there's great resonance on these, similar to, Music of the Spheres and Corinthian Bells, but for a chime that's not made in the USA, it's made in China, and it's probably like, I wouldn't say bad quality, but not great quality compared to like Corinthian Bells. I think this should be more like $350, in my opinion. If it was like $350, then I'd buy it, but 900, not happening. Okay, now going back to a Wind River brand, we got this Shenandoah Melodies 64-inch. I'm pretty sure this price went, I don't remember these being over $500. The price must have went up or something, which is crazy. But this is kind of I feel like not many people have this chime. Like, I don't know, I just don't really see many videos of it. The Corinthian bells are a lot more popular, like, the 65-inch, the 60-inch. I don't really see too many people buying these larger Shenandoah Melodies, but this is a very underrated chime in my opinion, and I've always loved the sound of it. Has a nice soothing deep tone. One thing to note about Shenandoah Melodies, they're pretty much almost the same as Corinthian Bells, but they're 5-tube instead of 6. Here is a 64-inch. I think this is just a stock sound file over the video, but yeah, that is a very nice sounding one. I wish it wasn't $500 because I would love to get a 64-inch Shenandoah Melodies. Okay, now we're going to a more obscure one. One that does not exist anymore. Brand went out of business. It's the Grace Note 62-inch. Um, I was too lazy to go on the Wayback Machine and pull up, the original listing of this, but this was always kind of a fair priced chime, I think. It wasn't too expensive. I think these are around like around like $260 or something for a 62-inch made in the US. And they always sounded pretty good in my opinion. So this is just a video of and they came in two tunings, I think. They came in Earth Song and then the Summer Daydream. I kind of like the Summer Daydream better, but the Earth Song isn't um, that bad either. So this is the video I found. Okay, why is it not ringing? it's kind of a bad video, but some of you OG people that have known wind chimes for many years like me will probably remember seeing the 62-inch grace note back in the on the website back in the day. Okay, now moving into the top three, we're back on Corinthian Bells. We have the 65-inch, which I believe is the best size of Corinthian Bells and is probably my favorite Corinthian Bells. Um, yeah, it's just a nice deep sounding one. Not as large as the 78-inch, which I also like, but I think this is a more reasonable size. This is what the 65-inch sounds like. And here's a video of the 65-inch. It is a very nice size one, and I bought one of these in 2022, I think. Uh, One thing to note about these is they're very heavy. Like, whenever I have to move my 65-inch, it's always a struggle because it's 30 pounds, so it is pretty big, but I love it. It's my favorite Corinthian Bells and probably my third favorite wind chime of all time, so I'm glad I was able to get one for cheap. Actually, I think this is my favorite Corinthian Bell. I'm gonna swap. So, I like the 50-inch slightly better, so I think the 50-inch is probably like my second favorite sounding wind chime of all time. And it is identical to the Music of the Spheres Mongolian alto in notes and size and tube length. So this is what it sounds like. And then for a video, I found a video of a Mongolian alto. They're exactly the same and they sound equally as good. It's a very beautiful sounding wind chime, the 50-inch. It's a great scale. I don't know what key it's in. Key of A. Yeah, it's just all those notes really work well together. And number one, the best sounding wind chime of all time, and one that I really wish was still for sale and the brand still existed, is the Picotte Mega Bass or the Contrabass. They're pretty much the same. I think one just has, this one's a 7 tube, this one's a 6 tube, but they sound identical pretty much. So this is what the Mega Bass sounds like, and we actually have a couple videos that I found on YouTube of either the Mega Bass or the Contrabass. I can't really tell the difference. And I'm on the Wayback Machine, so if it will load. Yeah, this is the Mega Bass. Yeah, that's just a great sound, and it's a 63-inch. I think the other one, the Contrabass, is like a little bigger, but yeah, I always used to want one of these when I was like a kid, and I never could afford it. But here's a video of either a Mega Bass or a Contrabass. They're pretty much the same, but just listen to this. Here's another one.
Grammarly helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the.
It's just a great collection of notes. You know, we'll look at it in this one too. Hold on. It's like 1 second. You can't really like see it in this video, but just listen to this sound. Like this is the most beautiful sounding wind chime in the world, I think. So if any of you have one of these, and you're watching this, I will pay you top dollar if you want to sell me one. Just listen to this.
Whoa.
大家有这样吧？It's so cool. Wow. You hear that sound?
What a beautiful sounding wind chime. So that is my top 10 list of my favorite wind chimes of all time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.